Hello everybody and welcome to iLaserBeams EX episode 12. I'm Flashman EXE.
I'm Breakman EXE.
And I'm Carta TXT.
Man, it's so good to be back in the studio after, gosh, feels like it's been forever since we went on our hiatus last year.
Yeah, it has been a while. Sorry for the lack of updates as of recent, guys. Real life does get in the way, and I'm sorry about that. But it's something we gotta manage.
And Carta's been doing a fantastic job, too, with columns, and, it's been really cool. I've actually been working on a side project myself. It has nothing to do with Rockman, but it is going to be going up on ELB. So that's I've actually gotten quite a bit of headway into it. This isn't not like it's still in the planning phases. So.
Oh, that's a good idea. Let's take a second or two just to let people know the kind of things we have been working on while we have been away in interwebs land.
Right.
For example, let's see. One of the things that people have been asking in the past are the Battle Chip Labs coming back.
Yes, they are. They are indeed. I've actually been working on some, and what I'm trying to do, because I've been so behind schedule with my ranch and with my part-time job with PCI and all of my other stuff that I deal with, I just kind of had a lot on my plate. Vendorman's also ate up a lot of my free time. Thanks to everybody that made that a success, by the way.
Thanks a ton for coming out, you guys.
Really appreciate your business. It's been very helpful. We hope everybody enjoyed all of their various Rockman swag. But, between everything I've had going on, I haven't had time to sit down and schedule out my Battleship Labs, but I am working on them. And basically what I want to do over the course of the next couple of months is I want to get them all written up in advance and then schedule them out so that I can have have like a weekly automatic update going up for you, kind of like what they do at other blogs like Six Prizes, etc. Have a steady queue of stuff in the back waiting to go up. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of what's been on my plate lately. But yes, the Battleship Labs are coming back, and they will be back very soon.
Excellent.
And in the meantime, while you're working on getting that buffer going, I can definitely endeavor to get the illegal operations out on a weekly basis as much as possible. I know I've had a couple of incidents that came up where I just wasn't able to make a column for whatever reason. I'm running a little bit late on the one for this week, but I should have it up by tomorrow, so it shouldn't be a problem.
Okay.
Cool. Also, we're still working on the video projects that we kind of teased late last year. So I can't really give you any specifics on those right now. Just know that they will be coming.
Right, absolutely. We do have a YouTube account, and we have disabled commenting on it, so if you guys do find it, you can't spam it.
No, honestly, we would really like to have, when the videos do start going up, we would really like to have you guys take a look at them and come back to the home base and let us know what you think, how we can, make our services of better quality in the future, just etc.
Right. We're definitely putting a lot of work into all of that, and hopefully we should, now that we have a third wheel to work with, which is actually good for us because we've gone from a bicycle that falls over a lot to a tricycle that's reasonably stable. Mm-hmm. It's great having Carta with us as basically. It's interesting having somebody in on our shenanigans looking at it from a fresh set of eyes because, Carta's Rockman expertise lies in other areas from Breakman's and mine, and, we have a tendency to look at the Rockman franchise from dash-colored glasses sometimes, and so
guilty as charged.
It is kind of nice to have have some fresh blood, somebody that actually gives a crap about the Ryusei series. I mean, not that Break and I don't, but basically, our stance on the Ryusei series is it just really doesn't deserve to be the inheritor of the mantle EXE is passing down to it. And so it's kind of nice seeing somebody that actually, in some cases, can contribute a more well-rounded, perspective on on that. Because, basically,
Case in point, I do believe that it's getting better. What with
each passing installment.
Yeah, Ryusei 3 was definitely Ryusei 3. Honestly, I thought is Ryusei 3 is what Ryusei 1 should have been.
Oh, absolutely. And to some extent, I can't lie. I think EXE3 is what EXE1 should have been. But unfortunately, the fact of the matter is, with the EXE series, it made a much better first impression than Ryusei did.
Yes.
And whether you want to blame that on nostalgia filter or what, I don't know. But I honestly just, I think that the EXE series as a whole was much more impressive and much more what the target audience wanted than the Ryusei series is. But it is nice seeing Capcom is putting some effort into improving. I just hope they don't end up turning the Ryusei series into something good, that we finally, they finally make it something that, caters more towards the older school fans that have been snubbing it, only for them to turn around and, and shut it down, because that seems to be Capcom's method of operation.
Speaking of appealing to the fans, shall we jump into the conversation topic of the night?
Absolutely, that segues beautifully into it. So, break.
Tell them what the topic is going to be.
I couldn't have said it better myself, despite the fact that I have in the past. Go ahead, break.
Oh. Okay, guys, if you've been paying attention to Capcom Unity over the past week or so, or even Protodude's Rockman Corner, shout out to Protodude.
Props to my home dog. Biscuit.
That's right. Pull one out for my homies. No. Recently, Capcom Unity has released the answers to some questions posed to Inafune in a big PR to-do sometime back in December, I believe.
Oh, wow.
And there's interesting questions, interesting answers, so we figured that we would go through them piece by piece and just kind of give our take on what was said and what kind of information we can actually extract from that.
Oh, my heart is all aflutter.
Yeah, what was said and possibly even what might have been meant.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, then, with that having been said, ding. Let's go ahead and let's kick this off. The Capcom Unity exclusive Keiji Inafune answers your December Mega Man questions, part 1 and 2. Before we begin, because this is iLaser Beams EX, featuring Flashman, Carta, and the Break Guy, of course.
And that other guy, yeah.
We have to start this off with a disclaimer of sorts.
Oh yes.
And the disclaimer that we have to give you is I can say it in like that fast forward voice that they use on the radio for the like the fine print.
Absolutely, it's fun.
Okay, let's see if I can do this. Just to let everybody know, we're going to have to be using silly voices when we read your questions out loud, because this is funny, and that's how we do things, and while you're at it, why don't you go clean the castle. Thank you, goodbye.
And please don't take any particular offense to the voices that we happen to use for your questions, because we don't actually mean any ill intent by it.
We only have a very limited roster of voices that we can record with. We're not very talented. Alright,
Dun-dun-dun.
Good thing there's 3 of us now.
Yeah. Okay, I'll go ahead and start things off with the first question as posed by a guy going by the handle of Big Opinion. Question 1. Big Opinion asks, Inafune-san, Rockman is getting pretty old. Thank you for sharing such a wonderful franchise with the world for all these years. If you could take the Mega Man franchise into any new direction, away from the 2D side-scrolling action-adventure we have grown to love through the years, where would you go with it? That was the question, and here's the answer from Inafune-san. Thanks to you for many years of your support for Mega Man. You are right, the Mega Man game is known for its 2D side-scrolling action. Breakman's note, the Mega Man game, just one of them.
I was just going to say that. You beat me to it.
But we are also constantly seeking for a new direction. We don't want to do just something new in a random manner. It's got to be not just new to the series, but something completely original, something you have never seen when it comes to Mega Man. I hope I can share exciting news with you sometime in the near future. Till then, stay tuned. Okay, that was a little vague.
A little?
Alright, well, again, I want to go back and highlight this. Seriously, the Mega Man game? That feels like it lost something
Just
in
one.
translation.
There's only one Mega Man game, and it came out, last year?
Yeah, sure, let's go with that.
Okay,
Okay, so...
the note I want to make here is, if you could take the Mega Man franchise in any new direction, away from the 2D side-scrolling action-adventure we've grown to love, what, like Dash didn't count?
And see, to build on top of that, the Mega Man...
Tunnel vision!
We are also constantly seeking for a new direction. Oh, you mean like another dimension in this action-adventure? Like a third dimension?
Yeah.
Like with graphics and gameplay?
And ultra-combobulations?
Yeah.
It requires 2 twin-turbo cooling drives to keep it from getting sapped by spies.
All joking aside, though, I don't know, it just seems kind of just like the standard issue. Well, thank you for your input. I don't really have anything to tell you, but maybe someday I will.
We
sort
don't
of
want
answer.
to do just anything in a random manner. Wow! Okay, so basically Capcom is saying what? We're not like, any of the other video game companies with long-running franchises that are willing to take risks?
Like Metroid?
It's yeah, exactly. Like,
Prime example, Metroid Prime series, people?
Plus 10 points for the unintended pun. Prime example.
Exactly.
That was awesome. Good job.
Thank you.
man.
Actually,
seriously,
not
like,
even
hey,
Prime,
okay,
but-
Other M looks awesome to me.
Exactly, that was just the point I was just about to make.
All right, I mean, the Metroid games are some of my all-time favorites. Heck, I have a Samus action figure on my shelf, okay? But, I mean, yeah, why can't they do something like that? It doesn't have to be, Rockman goes go-karting with Dr. Wily.
Wait.
They already did that, didn't they?
Again.
Now I've got your bumper.
Point goes to Breakman. Dang.
Cheers.
Thanks to you for your many years of your support for Mega Man. I loved that. That was like, thank you for writing Capcom. I mean, this nice little opening disclaimer / salutation. Yeah.
Honestly, the whole vibe of the answer is just kind of like, I would really love to tell you what we have planned, but if I do, Capcom will force me to commit seppuku.
Yeah, and honestly, you have to kind of expect that sort of thing from a person in his position. Like, this point was made, actually, in a comment on one of Protodude's blog posts, is that the guy can't just go mouthing off about, all the stuff that's going to make fans frothing. But at the same time, I feel, so I understand his position, but as a fan, we kind of need more than, thanks for your question, you're a great guy, talk to you later.
I also can't help but note that we are constantly seeking for a new direction. We don't want to do something new in a random manner. It's got to be not just new to the series, but something completely original. So basically, in other words, what you're saying is 9 and 10 don't count.
Burn.
So yeah, question number 2 from Overdrive Ostrich. Who is
This
is gonna be good.
$400,000 to type my keyboard for 12 seconds.
So we have Overdrive Ostrich, who is asking, I was wondering, why did you choose to make another 8-bit original series Mega Man with Mega Man 10? Did you consider doing a Mega Man X9 with 16-bit Super Famicom SNES graphics? Okay, quick note, don't ever give people in those sorts of positions ideas. And here's why.
Yeah, because I mean, you can practically see the carrot dangling from the edge of the stick, and bam, here we go.
And here's why. Here's the answer. Inafune-san, one of the biggest reasons for going with the 8-bit style was the success with Mega Man 9.
Yeah, we knew that.
MM9 succeeded beyond our wildest expectation. We'd initially thought of bringing...
Have we mentioned to you that Mega Man 9 was successful? It was so successful. Please buy Mega Man 10 because Mega Man 9 was very successful. Did we mention how successful it was?
Yes, we had initially thought of bringing back the series to the feel of the NES to create a sense of nostalgia with MM9.
Which was successful.
Yes.
Okay,
Damn
I'm done,
stop
seriously.
doing that. Okay. Receiving the great reaction from the fans over it, we decided to establish the style as the game genre for Mega Man. I'll get back to that in a second. In line with this concept, reviving the 16-bit game style in the series seems like a great idea. We certainly would like to consider trying it out in future when there's a chance. What?
All right, boys, can we get a title drop here?
Here it comes.
Title drop. All three of us in unison. We got to do it in unison. All right. 3, 2, 1. 8-bit is not a genre. There we go. Thank you, man.
It's just that line right there. Just it was like, oh my gosh, they don't get it. It's like, look, we're getting back to that whole retro thing, which I spell RETRAUX, as in faux retro, as in it's not really retro because it's a new game.
Yeah, that's what these people don't understand.
That's like buying a chrome toaster and spray painting your countertops, puke green, and saying, "Oh, it's retro 50s style."
Yeah, it's like putting new Formica on a jukebox that has CDs in it. I mean,
that's like lining your walls with asbestos. It's like, yeah, it's retro style, guys,
and it's just as toxic in high doses.
Burn.
Well, that's what they're trying to prevent, actually.
So that's my biggest deal with this is they're treating it like it's this. Oh, it's a genre. It's the retro genre. Retro, going back to 8-bit graphics. That's not a game genre.
You want retro genre? Then you need to look at the library of games that came out before today. You need to look at games that came out before the PlayStation 1. That is the retro genre. There aren't any additions to the retro genre because that genre already exists, and calling it a genre is just retarded. It's retro games. It's games, old games that came out beforehand, not new games that have been given a crappy coat of paint, like you said, to make it look like something old. That's just asinine.
It's lazy is what it is, because they don't have to spend a whole lot of time. Basically, honestly, I think the main reason they decided to go with the Mega Man 9 thing in the first place is because all their art people were busy working on Street Fighter 4, which I haven't played it, but it looks fantastic.
Graphically, yes. As far as the game, you've played it before.
Well, okay.
But then again, this is Capcom. Dun-dun-dun.
Okay, point taken and granted, but basically what I'm saying is all their art people were over working on Street Fighter 4. So,
well, I mean, come on, man. Chun-Li's thighs weren't going to grow more muscles by themselves.
Boom, boom.
And don't think I'm not pissed about that.
So, it really, I mean, honestly, this is my berserk button, really. Just when someone goes, oh, it's retro. No, it's not retro because it's new. It can't be retro if it's new.
Exactly.
I went to Hot Topic today and bought a t-shirt. It's vintage.
Exactly.
No, it's been stonewashed and run through a dozen presses. It just No, I'm not getting into that. I'm actually getting legitimately angry right now.
The brainwashing is a success.
Yes.
Flash, take the next one, will you?
Alrighty. Aku Knives asks, Inafune-san, are you thinking of brushing off the old Robot Masters contest? And have you thought about other contests, such as the stage theme music submission contest? With 8-bit music being so popular these days, surely there are plenty of musicians with tracks to submit, don't you think?
And do you happen to know where that fourth damn Chaos Emerald is?
Inafune-san, unfortunately this time, we are not able to hold the Robot Master contest.
Because we have plenty of submissions from past contests that we used anyway. I'm looking at you, Blade Man.
Blade Man. I knew
Solar Man actually was another one.
Comment from Flashman before we continue. I have to admit, break weeks before Mega Man 10 had all the Robot Masters unveiled. I called Blade Man, didn't I?
Yeah, absolutely.
I did. I said there's probably going to be a Blade Man in there somewhere, and there was, and I was right. But we want to bring it back in the near future if an opportunity arises. What I hope to do with the Robot Master contest is to create Mega Man together with all the fans Okay, I'm going to come back to this in a minute. The stage theme music contest sounds really interesting, so I would love to set up a system for the fans to submit their music and make it happen. Okay, first order of business. I want to create Mega Man together with all the fans. Uh-huh.
This is a problem.
This is a bad idea.
Uh-huh. How do you create Mega Man with somebody else? Isn't he... I mean, how do you create something that already exists, first off? And secondly, if what he's saying is I want the fans to have more input into this, oh, good Lord.
Bad idea.
No, very bad idea.
We had this conversation the other day. The fan base for Mega Man today
So
is
broken.
divided to the ends of the earth. It doesn't work. You have to be kind of like, I get what he's saying, absolutely. Like, I want to do something that the fans are going to like, but you really have to take into consideration that there are different fans that have their own specific favorite flavor of Mega Man, and they are not going to be happy with anything of a different flavor. Well, yeah, you released this, and it's only $10, but you know what? This tastes like watermelon. I specifically demanded strawberry, you bastard. And that's just how it goes.
Yeah, I don't think it's a good idea to give the fans any more input into game development than they already have. Our job is to rate and review after it comes out. You know, okay, hey, we saw it. You know, it sucks. You know, do more of this in the future. Okay, you know. As opposed to, all right, so here's what I'm thinking, Mr. Inafune. My creative artistic. See, I took 2 years of art classes when I was 5, so I've learned all about colors. I know all of my colors, well, most of my colors, and I think that Mega Man should have 3 spikes on his right shoulder, and he should have a really big sword in his right hand, and he should have his helmet off, and his hair should be spiked and blonde. And I think that he should carry around a big key on his back, and I think that he should have a gun, and I think that he should have like a hot naked chick. What do you think, Mr. Inafune? Am I like a genius or what?
Thank you for your super input.
Let's create Mega Man together. So, in general, I really can't say that was a good idea. All right, thanks, Inafune. Moving on, question 4. Take it away, Bray.
Here we go. Oh, wow. That's a username for you.
I was going to say, Charles asks.
Question number 4. Marilyn asks. No,
Let's just leave it at that and move forward.
Username Manson asks, was there any overarching theme when choosing boss robot ideas for each of the classic Rockman games? If so, could you give us some examples? Answer, Inafune-san.
Cool story, bro.
Thank you. I will think about it. Maybe. I don't know. I'm being very vague right now. Answer by Inafune-san. Mega Man has had many unique boss characters throughout the series. What I work hard most on in creating these characters is to come up with a design that clearly represents each character's not only physical features, but its personality and battle style. We make variations in illustration details by series, such as making the design further simpler, or adding more lines depending on the series, and making it look like a robot if it's a new Pokemon. But the fundamentals of that was my little interjection there. We make variations in illustration details by series, such as making the design further simpler or adding more lines depending on the series, but the fundamentals of Mega Man character designing is focused on creating distinct and imaginative art that tells a story of a specific character to the players. Right away, I'd like to say that no one cares about most of the bosses in this series. We don't care what kind of individual story they have.
I do. I've always thought that the Robot Masters are a huge part of the Mega Man series, and they deserve much merit. That having been said, I'd like to point this line out right here. I work hard most on in creating these characters is to come up with a design that clearly represents each character's not only physical features, but its personality and battle style. That's why one of the bosses in Mega Man 10 is a cloud with arms and legs that shoots lightning named Sheepman. Clearly conveying concepts since 1987.
Oh, and its personality just, exudes from the production art there. I think he wants to graze. That's a great personality.
You're a bad joke, Mega Man.
Oh!
Alrighty.
No, this is wrong.
And I would also like to throw a stone and say that I'm just in the previous question, we were talking about the Robot Master contest. You did not make most of those characters in Inafune. Don't give yourself that much credit. Well, actually, I understand that he certainly had some role in it. I mean, really, the Robot Master contests were just like suggestions and like, here's an idea. Do you like it? Yes, I do. I want to make it different. Okay. So, granted, there was some kind of, intervention there. But, I don't know, I just feel like a little too much credit was given. Well, whatever. Let's move on to the next one.
Okay.
Alright, take it away, Corda.
Okay, so here we've got Rockmaster X. That's original. Anyway. Saying, Hello, KG. I'm from Spain and a Mega Man/Rockman fan. I have approximately 57 original Mega Man games in my collection, and my goal in life is complete this collection. XD. Well, here are my questions. Sorry for my bad English. Is there any possibility that you make the next Mega Man X with graphics style of Odin Sphere or Muramasa Demon Blade? I think that is a good 2D style, and the gameplay of Mega Man X-X6 can be restored. Okay, my goal in life is complete this collection. Dude, aim higher than that, please.
Also, I'd just like to mention that neither Odin Sphere nor Muramasa the Demon Blade were developed by Capcom, so basically he's asking, can you plagiarize?
And the answer is yes, but not right now.
And here's the response. 57 of them, that is amazing, and I should thank you for that.
But I won't!
But no, I won't.
Sorry.
Yeah, that was my reaction, too. I think Odin Sphere and Muramasa are really good games, but we probably would not mix Mega Man X series with those styles. We would love to work with brand new 2D game ideas rather than borrowing one from elsewhere.
Brand new 2D game ideas, like re-releasing Mega Man 2 again.
Yeah.
New and exciting. You get to play it with your baseball bat controller.
Wait, I didn't realize that Activision was making Mega Man games.
They secretly have been. Okay.
Burn. Hey guys, I just FC'd through the Fire and Flame Man. Burn.
Dragon Force
Well
Dr. Wily.
played, sir. Well played.
Thank you. But well, that's a pretty straightforward Q&A. Would you do this?
No.
No.
But thanks for asking.
And I would kind of like to see sort of an HD thing done to the series at this point. I mean, if we're going back to the NES glory days of graphics, I mean, if you really don't want to use polygons anywhere in there, then why not just at least rehire the same team that did stuff like, God, I don't know, like the PlayStation X games or...
I would like to even maybe not see a sprite-based game, but perhaps something that looks more like it's, I don't know, like using art or something. I don't know how to really rightly define it, but kind of less Paper Mario, but something kind of more in that general idea range, like, not obviously, papery, but something that kind of plays like that, if that makes sense. More...
Something like Beautiful Joe?
Kind of like that, yeah. That would be kind of interesting to see a Mega Man game in that style, as opposed to... I have to admit, I'd like to see a franchise reboot, personally. Not like a new, a new spin-off entry, but rather a tap the reset button a little bit. That would be kind of nice to see, I think.
Tap it. I think at this point they need to just full on slam that puppy down and just start from scratch.
Well, I don't know. I also have to admit I would really like to see an FPS Mega Man game, but that's just my opinion.
Yeah, and so far the only thing we've seen of that is that one was
8-bit
Doom
deathmatch.
Mod. Yeah, that actually looks interesting. I think I'd like to pick that up when it's ready.
Fun. All right, so moving on. Number 6.
Could take it away, Flash.
Snapples, minus all the vowels, asks, what is your stance on fan-made material, like fan art, Sprite comics, remixes, fan games, or the Rockman movie currently in production in the U.S.? Do you like it that fans are so into your creation, or does it bother you that they are using copyrighted material, like their real body pillows they're selling on Yahoo Japan? Do you watch it sometimes, or sometimes even get ideas from it? Inafune, minus honorific. I totally welcome all sorts of Mega Man-inspired art created by the fans. I really would like to create a game with the fans. I mentioned that in one of my previous Q&A sessions. I have had the desire since the Robot Master contest, and the fans' Mega Man art come from the same inspiration. In reality, there are copyright issues, and that puts me on a tough position as a member of a company. But I truly believe that Mega Man has come this far with warm supports from the passionate fans and their creative artwork.
Yeah, copyright issues, as in they can't really use any ideas that they find online because then they could get sued.
I don't think that was really the question, though. I think it was basically, thanks for being a fan, don't try to make any real money off of this, please.
Yeah.
Which happens all the time anyway. I mean, just look at, Wonderfest.
That sounds like Inafune had to be muted because of legal reasons. Like, you could tell he probably wanted to say more, but,
Yeah. Question 7. Samuel asks, will there be a new Mega Man anime series from the Star Force side, Battle Network side, or the Mega Man Operate Star Force? Please answer, I've been waiting for some new Mega Man animated goodness. Inafune, I am ready to witness exciting Mega Man action in the animation too. I would love to try it out when I have a chance, and in fact, I've been thinking about specific ideas on this too. I will do my best to make this happen and hope to surprise you with the news. We will definitely need your support to make this happen.
Oh dear God, they're going to make an Operate Star Force anime. No!
Yeah, that's all we need.
To defeat the wood robot, you need to go and defeat the fire robot and gain his power.
Item 2 is ready. Get your weapons ready.
So yeah, nothing really new there.
No.
No. Basically, can you make this? Maybe.
Yeah, this far, it seems like they picked all the questions that could be answered the most vaguely.
They picked really the biggest handful of safe answers that they possibly could. It really feels that way.
Thank you for your super play. We really look forward to pleasing you in the future. Unfortunately, I cannot give you details on that at this time. Again, thank you very much for buying our products. Did we mention how successful Mega Man 9 was?
We hope to please you in the future. Unfortunately, it's not looking so good for you today. Tomorrow's not looking so hot either. In fact, you might just want to forget about the rest of the year.
Capcom's customer service policy is a mousetrap glued to a plank of wood. Alrighty, Kurta, number 8. This one's yours.
Okay, so number 8. iBev asks, why is Zero's appearance in Mega Man Zero different from his appearance in Mega Man X? Well, gee, I don't know. Maybe because it's a different series, doy? Okay.
Thank you, Inafune.
100 years have passed, and underpants have become more fashionable to wear on the outside of your garments.
More so than they had before.
Created by the rival of the foremost authority in robotics, Dr. Light, Zero was a robot designed to manipulate and sever heads.
Okay, seriously, I'm sorry. Get back to this reply.
Yeah, so the legitimate answer here is Zero is one of the most important characters for me. Initially, Zero was created for the Mega Man X fans as well as for fans new to the series. But rather than making a game with Zero as a main character in the established storyline, we wanted to create a brand new storyline for him with a completely new game design. Thus, Zero you all know now was born. Interesting grammar there. The story of the Mega Man Zero game also tells you the secret behind the Zero's appearance change. So if you haven't played the game yet, please try it out.
It's coming out in a couple months, maybe. Depends on how far back we push it.
Yeah.
Behind the Zero's appearance change.
Yeah, you know, only one. There can only be one.
Yeah. So, you know.
They changed
really...
it. All the robots look like people now. It sucks.
I honestly, as far as that art design goes, I really think that it was influenced way too heavily by the other big seller in around that time period, which was EXE. Really too heavily influenced.
I think that well, I honestly blame a lot of the faults with the Zero series on Inti, unfortunately, because that was their pride and joy, and their their real delving into the Rock Band series started with Inacreates. And let's face it, I mean, they've got a long-standing history of bringing us crap. You know, I mean, with all due respect, these are the people that did give us Battle Chip Challenge. So.
Yeah, I was about to bring that up, too.
Yeah. Which, you know, granted, that's like probably the one game in that entire series that you can, you know, eat with a sub sandwich in the other hand.
Yeah, the only...
I was waiting for someone.
the only Inacreates product I can actually go as far as to say I really truly enjoyed from start to finish would be the first ZX game. The second one was nice, had some really good music. I think the ZX series was honestly what the Zero series should have been.
Yeah,
I agree. From the get-go. It was a Zero series playable by the common man, and that's what I liked about those games. I thought the music and the art style and pretty much everything about them was beautiful, but they didn't feel anything like Mega Man to me, like in the slightest. They felt like absolutely fantastic Metroidvania games, and they were very nice and very fun, but the connection to Mega Man to me, it feels practically non-existent.
Yeah,
like it's there in passing, but it feels almost fan made in a way. If you had told me that they had brought in fans to work on them, then I would have believed you, because it feels good, but it basically feels like there's a lot of homage and a lot of kind of veiled references to things that, you know, took place in the previous series, and that's kind of a hallmark of, you know, what's the trope for this? Ascended fanboy, I think. Even running the asylum now. You know, I feel kind of like what that's like with that. You know, it's, hey, you know, let's bring in some people that really liked Mega Man way back in the day, and let's put them to work on, you know, on this new stuff.
You know what?
And that's what it felt like to me.
That rarely works out well. I'm going to go off on a quick little tangent here. Guitar Hero 3. I'm just going to mention this real quick. Guitar Hero 3 was not developed by Harmonix, who made Guitar Heroes 1 and 2, but instead it was developed by Activision's in-house developer, Neversoft, who before that worked on the Tony Hawk games. The brand new team that they assembled for Guitar Hero 3 was made up of people specifically from the online Guitar Hero fan base. They assembled this team They assembled this team using people that actually you might have seen, like, custom Guitar Hero video on YouTube where it's like songs that obviously aren't supposed to be in the game, like Tomorrow Isle, are being played in Guitar Hero. No, seriously, they hired those kind of people to make Guitar Hero 3. As a result, these people...
That explains why the difficulty ramped up so much between 2 and 3.
That is exactly it. Because those people were making stuff like, oh, Dream Theater custom charts, put it on your hack box, yeah! Like, and honestly, they were making those for other fans that were like, okay, I've beaten everything in Guitar Hero 2, give me super awesome challenge because I need it. Yeah,
that explains why, the guitarist from Dragon Force couldn't even clear his own dang song.
Well, that and strings are definitely a lot different to manipulate than 5 colored buttons.
Yeah.
I honestly don't know which of us should be laughed at more, the person who can pass it on the controller or the person who can't.
Well, Zune has admitted on numerous occasions that he can't beat several of the Toho games on the highest difficulty level Lunatic.
Oh, wow.
And he made them, and he can't beat them. So I think that's kind of awesome, because I can't beat them, and it makes me feel a lot better knowing that the guy who made them can't beat them.
Yeah.
Because now I feel slightly like, I'm one of those people that, hey, I don't believe self-worth is measured in how well you can play a video game.
Yeah.
And so, since I'm not very good at most video games I play anyway, that actually I kind of feel a little better about that now. But that's me. So
then I guess that takes us to what are we at now?
Number 9.
9.
And that would be Flashes.
There you go.
absolutely.
This is a great username, by the way.
It really is. Break, you get the reference, right?
Well, they call him that because he's blue, right?
Ooh, this is actually a Phoenix Wright reference.
Oh. Well, I thought it was just funny because they replaced a word.
It is. It is funny. It's probably...
Oh, no, wait, actually, I do remember you guys talking about this the other day, so I do get the reference.
There is there's a mascot in the Phoenix Wright series that pops up repeatedly named the Blue Badger, and he's the mascot of the police department.
Yeah, the police department needs a mascot.
Exactly. Well, that's Japan for you.
It gets even better when the police department funds a theme park, and thus you have a guy in a Blue Badger suit running around.
That's good.
Off topic, ahoy! Anyway,
taking it back.
We're gonna have to put in like the little Blue Badger dance music over this, question.
Yes, that would be awesome.
You'll have to supply me with that.
Will do. We'll take care of it.
Okay.
Number 9. The Blue Badger asks, what direction would you like to see the Mega Man franchise go in the future? Awesome. A vague question for a guy who's been giving us nothing but vague answers.
Oh, this can end well, right?
This can only end in tears.
Inafune, I've never stopped thinking about the future of Mega Man series.
So clearly he never sleeps.
I want more people to get to know Mega Man and fall in love with it. And I am always thinking about the best way to attract more people to play the game.
Oh god, I have words for that in a second.
But instead of us guiding you the direction where we go, I would collaborate with the fans and decide where we go. It would be fantastic if you and we together can create a new direction for Mega Man. Why must we fight? We are not enemies.
I am always thinking about the best way to attract more people to play the game. No, this is what has created so many different branching storylines and so much division within the fan base as a whole. Because going back to the thing about the different flavors, it's like I got into drinking the Mega Man, to drinking my 8-ounce can of Mega Man back when they only had one flavor, and it was blue flavor, and it was good. You like apple flavor? You are a reject of human existence, and your opinion matters not to me. Blue is the only flavor.
Your plans for world domination have failed.
With
no
E and fail.
With no E, yes. Damn, you got careless. I'm sorry. Okay, hey, let's not.
Yeah, this is where the cake comes into play, really.
Oh, you want to talk about the cake?
Let's talk about the cake.
I do believe it's time for a slice of cake. The cake is the truth here tonight on my laser beams.
For those of you who have absolutely no idea what we're talking about, flash.
Don't worry, neither do we.
So here's the thing with the cake. Go ahead and tell us about the cake, Flash.
Okay. So basically, here's how it's going to break down. Okay, so the analogy that I'm going to draw between these two companies is that they're like mothers baking birthday cakes for their children. Now, you've got Sega, on the one hand, who sits down, they start baking their birthday cake for their child, and they're like, okay, honey, all right, and they've got the notepad, and they've got the baby on one hip screaming, and the oven is catching fire, and the chicken nuggets are burning, and the sink is overflowing, and they're sitting there, and the dog is barking, and the phone is ringing, and they've got all this crap going on. And they're like, okay, all right, honey, listen, Mommy's going to go to work her 7 jobs tonight, but I want to make sure, because I want your birthday to be special for you. Okay, well, now I gotta write all this down. Okay, so you want a game with good gameplay and good graphics.
A cake with good gameplay.
A cake with good gameplay and good graphics, and you want it to have Sonic only and none of the other tag-along characters, but you also want Shadow, and you want Cream and Chris and Big and Tails and Knuckles and Amy and Rouge. Tikal, E102, you want, I don't even remember half these characters. Bean, I remember there was a Bean guy years ago, but okay, we can get him, we can custom sculpt a Bean if we have to, just to make sure that your birthday cake has that as a topping. But you want to make sure that it's Sonic only, okay, and you want it to be blue, and you want it to be 3D, but also 2D, and you want it to have music by Spencer Nilsson, who probably doesn't even remember Sonic anymore, and you want us to go find Pastiche, even though they've all gone their separate ways, and you want it to be for, so you want it to be downloadable, but you also want it to be a console game, and I think I've got everything, and you want sprinkles on it? Alright, well, I've got the sprinkles, and everything's good. Yeah, Mom, but the sprinkles aren't any good, because they don't do the circular foot running motion like the old sprinkles used to put on my birthday cake does.
These sprinkles suck because they don't do the whoopity-whoop when they run.
In the oven.
Yo,
Whereas
dog,
you've got
I heard you
Capcom.
like that.
You've got Capcom, on the other hand, who's sitting over there, and the fans are like, I'd like a cake for my birthday. All the other kids get to have one. And you hear the crumpling of the newspaper and the furious, you want a cake for your birthday, boy? I'm going to tell you something, little we didn't have cakes back in my day, alright? We had pictures of cakes that we would stare at in the window, and all the other kids on the block got to eat them. And you know what we got to eat? We got to eat air. And we liked it. And you're going to like it.
You know what we got to do? We got to lick that picture of the cake. And that was the most delicious photo I've ever seen in my entire life. But you wouldn't know anything about that because you think that people just make cakes in, what would they even call them? Bakeries? Get out.
And you know what else? And it creates, take this boy outside and teach him some manners.
Here's a cupcake, kid. Get the hell out of here.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the cake, is the truth.
Question number 10. Monochrome Twist asks, what are the chances of us seeing a Mega Man Power-Up 2?
Yes!
I can practically see his eyeballless sockets gripping the 2 and squeezing the brick out of it.
Inafune's response. Many people have asked us about that. I too feel very passionate about making it happen. But as reality, there are so many things I want to do, and Mega Man Powered Up 2 is one of the projects that is still patiently waiting for its turn. So, I guess what we can take out of that is, I would like to do it, maybe, when I'm not doing other stuff, but the company's not going to fund this, sorry.
Yeah.
I mean, what else can we take from that, really?
Souls for sale.
I mean, it's a fancy way of, buttering the guy up, but really it just sounds like he's saying that's probably not happening.
It's in the same queue as Mega Man Legends 3, give or take about a couple dozen sequels.
Well, like I said, I'm not getting my hopes up, but hopefully there's I don't know, someone on the PlayStation blog, it was mentioned that there might be an interesting thing of being announced in April, so I don't know. Part of me
April
wants to
1st,
hope.
Mega Man Legends 3 has been announced, guys.
Shut up! I hate you.
All
Happy
you wanted
birthday
was a
to me.
steak.
That's not happening, folks.
This steak is smothered in a sauce of lies and deception. My God, man, what have we here?
I requested ribeye, not Salisbury. Take this away.
All right, Carter, give us number 11.
Number 11 on our list, and this will be the last one.
It's kind of interesting that they had 11 to be the cutoff point. I don't know why. Just kind of random.
Maybe it's just the number that he picked. I don't know. But number 11, we have Zepper, who's asking, and since no one's done this yet, it's up to me to pull this from down deep.
Okay.
It's been 1 year since the release of Mega Man 9, but until then, we're inside an endless quest for something extra. Even with a lot of recorded gameplays, tricks, and so on, it's said that there's still an undiscovered secret or a little surprise. Could you point us to a certain direction?
That's true. We haven't done that one yet.
Okay. And here's the answer. Big surprise. Well, let me think. I am guessing that most of the tricks and secrets have been discovered by now, as there are so many good players out there, and they've revealed their great Mega Man 9 skills. So I would rather love to see you try it out and surprise me with your cool techniques and hidden elements. Very looking forward to seeing that.
Translation. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Secret? What? Somebody get me Seth on the phone? Seth, what have you been telling these people? Man, I am trolling their asses so hard right now. Inafune, sir, you gotta hear this one, alright? I've got these people thinking there's something in Mega Man 9, and what they haven't done is they haven't taken the source code and tried to compile it and click and play. Because if they do, you're gonna get a big message that pops up on the screen and says, you guys have way too much free time on your hands.
Oh,
Isn't
God.
that a great surprise?
Carter, I kind of cut you off there. What was it you were singing?
Basically, the basic translation I get from this is, I'm not telling.
I don't know. I scrolled down
secret?
just now to look at the comments. Gunslinger has a great comment for this. Interesting. Wait, not even Inafune knows what the Mega Man 9 secret is? Cheers to you, Gunslinger. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So that's basically what we get out of that one, right?
Basically, it's like, well, I'm not going to tell you.
Secret? What secret?
If you don't already know, why should I spoil the surprise? What is he talking about again?
Seriously, Seth, what is the surprise, Dan?
I like to see your hidden elements. Very, very nice. Thank you.
Oh God, let's not go there, please.
So you surprised me with your cool techniques and hidden elements, and then we have sexy time.
Mega Man 9 was very success. You please to buying my next game called Man of Mega 10. If you are not buy, I will be execute.
Yo, Inafune. Alright, I just want to say this. Mega Man 9 was very successful, and it was the most successful game of all time. But Mega Man 9 was one of the most successful games of all time. Know what I'm saying? I'm happy for you. I'm going to let you finish. Of all time.
Thank you very much for your super play.
Oh God, we gotta pull that out.
Well, as long as we're being complete jerks about this.
I mean, what a note to end this on. I mean, seriously, what's the Mega Man 9 secret? Huh?
I mean, secret. Oh, man. It's very secretful. Show us your technique elements. Yeah, that sounds pretty good. Hidden elements. Man, that's good. That's the best stuff I've written all week. Yeah, all right, there we go.
I'm putting that in the next
Very
game.
looking forward to seeing that.
So basically, looking at this as a whole, we have 11 questions, 11 answers, and a whole lot of nothing.
We have a whole lot of dancing around the white elephant. Honestly.
Now,
I mean,
what I'm trying to figure out is, if it took, if this is the extent of the information that was given out, why in the world did it take 3 months between the original list being submitted and us getting it now? 3 months!
I think
It
a
does
lot
not
of
take
that.
that long to translate. I'm sorry.
I think a lot of that probably had to do with, this question sucks. This question sucks. This question sucks. Oh, here's one that's not asking anything important at all. All right, putting that in the good pile. This question, Mega Man Legends 3. These guys are still asking for it. That's funny. Okay, that one's getting tossed. Let's see.
This guy's complaining about wanting a steak. I have no idea.
We burned that stockpile of steak, right? Okay, just checking. Yeah, I'm tossing this one out. Honestly, I think that a lot of it was just that. I think they specifically went out of their way just to pick the safest questions that they could answer without making it seem like, oh, we decided to totally wuss out here. Because realistically, I don't know if they really have that much of an idea about what they want to do with Mega Man other than more of the same that we've been getting, which is the 80s, again. They can't. They're not really telling us anything because they don't have anything to tell us. They don't know. They like to tell us that they know and that they'd like to make games with all of the fans, but no, this isn't working, guys.
Yeah,
Something's
exactly.
wrong here.
I don't know. I just kind of got from that whole Q&A session, basically, I didn't get the feeling that they're working on anything big. I didn't get the feeling that, Inafune even really knows the direction that his own franchise is going in. It basically what this kind of feels like is, hey guys, I'm Keiji Inafune, and I'm very cool, and you like the games that I make, even though I don't actually make most of them. But if I did make them, you would like them a lot, because you apparently seem to like the games that I should be making that I'm not making right now.
Because I make them with you, the fans.
I'd really like to create Rockman together. That sounded really cool when I was in the shower this morning. So let's create Rockman together, but not in such a way that I'll get sued over it. Got any more ideas for me?
Yeah.
I'm Keiji Inafune. I create it so you don't have to.
And I approve my message.
Yeah. Well, I think that about wraps everything up here. In summary, very disappointing and very standard. So, yeah.
But I guess at least it was something. Maybe.
I didn't really see much of anything in what they had to say. I mean,
No.
granted, it seemed like they pretty much, cherry-picked the most,
Yeah.
vague
Vague
questions that they
questions.
could provide the most vague answers to begin with.
Or
so.
some that have already been answered, like, why does Zero look like stupid?
Mr. Inafune-san Shan Dono Arigato, I would just like to ask you, what is the Mega Man going to do in the future? Well, hello, friend! The Mega Man in the future will be very the good. Please look forward to creating it together with me. Misato promises you cleavage, but she doesn't actually deliver. Good night, everybody.
Okay, totally not asking where the hell that last bit came from.
Bright gets it.
Yes, I do. I loved it.
I know. Yeah, that's a jab at Evangelion, which for the first, if I recall correctly, the first several episode endings for the preview for the next episode.
I promise you lots of service in the next episode. Don't miss it.
And you never actually got any of that.
Okay.
In fact, I believe, if I remember correctly, you see every one of the Evangelion girls naked to some degree, except for Misato. I think you even see Dr. Akagi naked at some point in the series. Yeah, you do, when she gets sent before Seele for that HR meeting.
Wow.
Yeah.
See, that's why I never really bothered much with that series to begin with.
Oh, Carta, you are not yet a man. Well, thanks everybody for playing, and
He said to the married guy.
Exactly.
Oh!
Oh, yeah, like I didn't see that one coming. Right off of your giant forehead. All right, so now that I've alienated not only my my listener base but also my comrades, good night, everybody.
Thanks for showing up to download the podcast and listen to us complain about Inafune's complete lack of direction. This is Breakman EXE signing out.
And this is Flashman EXE signing out.
And this is Carta TXT signing out.
迫り来る謎